Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is John again, once over here at BMW Temple in Temple, Texas. Wanted to kind of give you a look at the new BMW X6M competition we just got in. This is our first one, and we do have a couple more coming in. I have a few customers that did place an order, and definitely I feel like after taking a look at this and actually getting experience a little bit, definitely would be worth the wait for a lot of my customers. Now, this is going to be, like I said, the competition model, so we get into that a little bit more. So then that way you can kind of see a little distinctions there that makes it the competition model, as well as kind of get an overview of what the new 2020 BMW X6M entails. All right, guys, so first off, this is going to be Marina Bay Blue Metallic, which I think is a pretty cool paint color for especially this particular vehicle. Definitely be turning heads as it is, but definitely having this nice, beautiful metallic paint to kind of give it that extra shine is going to look amazing. Now, with the competition model, you do get the extended shadow line, so you do get the blacked out kidney grills, the black valences throughout the vehicle, and black badging. So we'll get into more of those in a little bit more. Now, this one will have your driver assistance professional package, so that will give you extended traffic jam assistance to where the vehicle will then short-term drive itself for you. There's a camera that's looking at you to make sure that you are, able to kind of function the vehicle at that point. You make sure you're not falling asleep. It's not full autopilot, but it's a step in that direction. And then you will have Active Driver Assistance Pro. What that does is just adaptive cruise control if you're not feeling for that semi-autonomous drive. Now, this one will have executive package, so this one will have remote start, soft closed doors just like you would on the 7 Series, shades in the rear back doors, heated and cooled cup holders, front ventilated seats, front and rear heated seats, front massaging seats as well, and those iconic LED laser light headlights that they will have. Now, with the M competition package, you will get the M Sport exhaust, which we'll tune in and kind of show you how that on a cold start that would be between both regular driving mode, and then if we do the M and do the Sport Plus modes, how it does deepen up this exhaust note there. And you do get the 21-inch wheels in the front, 22s in the rear. We'll kind of go over those briefly. Now, you will get the Alcantara headliner of the vehicle, which I think kind of gives you overall a good look on the inside, definitely with a carbon fiber trim as well. I mean, it's definitely going to be something worth looking at. And like I said, you do get the extended shadow line. Now, some of the optional features that are going to be on the ones that we just got in is going to be the Bowers & Wilkins Diamond Surround Sound System, which is roughly about a $3,400 add-on. But to be honest, usually once you get the executive package, you're kind of getting almost everything at that point what you'd be looking for on this car as far as features go. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Hey guys, let's take a look underneath the hood of this X6M competition. So you're gonna have your 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo engine pushing out 617 horsepower with the competition model, which is this one. If you get the non-competition, you're pushing out 600. This one will have a torque of about 553 foot-pounds of torque. Now with this one, since it does have the performance wheels, we'll have the increased speed limiter on it as well. So it'll be pushing out a top end speed of 177 miles an hour. Now this one will do about 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, which is pretty amazing for a vehicle this size. This will be paired with the 8-speed Steptronic transmission with overall manual gear shifting if needed. Now, this engine is kind of a first for the competition model for the BMW X6M line, so it's just going to be pretty amazing. There's definitely going to be a lot to talk about, and definitely had a couple orders already for this vehicle. Now, I would say a lot of power in this vehicle, but you're going to have to cool it down just to kind of make sure you'll be able to maintain it. Now, this one will have, pretty interesting fact, 4 water pumps, 6 radiators, and a transmission cooler to keep all this power cool whenever you're going to full speed at that. Now, underneath the hood, it's going to be relatively covered up. Now, you will have your hood cover here. It does have a little bit more of a carbon fiber pattern onto the vehicle, and then you see your air intakes for the car. Now, you will see kind of these large brace reinforcements underneath the hood, and that's to help with overall rigidity of the car. And while you are going around maybe if you were going to take on a track, which most people won't, but if you were to take it on track, it would be ready just for all that power and kind of buckle everything down. Now, when you do have all that power, you will have the dual hood latch system, so it will kind of reduce the overall vibration noise if you are driving 100 plus miles an hour. Now, in addition, they do invest quite a bit of sound dampening material, because even though this is a full-on performance SAV coupe, you're still going to be using it as a regular driver. So at that point, you don't want a lot of the engine noise or road noise going into the cabin, so you will have a lot of gasket reinforcements there at the top. Now this one here, you're gonna go ahead and see the front. Now you're gonna have your laser light headlights, but with the vehicle, which I feel like with the Marina Bay Blue, it does an excellent contrast to it. But also with the extended shadow line that you do get with the competition package, I mean, it just has a more of an aggressive look to the vehicle. Now you can see all them radiator coolers there at the bottom, and like I said, it is crazy about how much you can take to cool down this engine. Now you will see your adaptive cruise control and simultaneous drive radar there at the bottom. With the competition model, you do get blacked out badging there for your X6M. Now if you do close the hood here, you will then be able to get an overall view. The body lines on this vehicle are incredible. I feel like BMW did a really good job with the vehicle as far as the overall redesign, and then M just took it over the top to give it all that performance. Now this one here, pretty cool, that you will have your 295 35R 21s in the front, and then when you do go to the rear, you get your 315 30 22. So there will be staggered wheel sizes as well as tires. So definitely you're going to be able to have the overall performance that you will be looking at this car. Now, interesting fact, there is going to be 6-piston braking in the front of this vehicle. So whenever you're wanting to go just as fast, you're going to need something that's going to stop just as fast as you would be looking going forward, because that's pretty important. Once again, blacked out badging here on the air vents. Now you do still get the traditional M mirrors there with the wing. Like I said, this color is just incredible. You do get the M spoiler there on the back with the black diffuser with the black tips on for his exhaust. As you approach the car to unlock it, you do have keyless entry system, but let me go and show you the key for this vehicle. So it's going to look just like your most M Sport or standard key that you will give in BMW. It's made out of aluminum material around the overall on the buttons. So we'll go ahead and unlock it. All right, let's go and hop in. All right, so opening up the door here, you will see the quilted pattern here on the door that is fully leather, that is perforations. Now, you will be able to see a little bit of the design for the Bowers & Wilkins diamond surround sound and the carbon fiber trim that you do get. Now, on this door here, standard unlock and lock door handle. Now, this will be for your front massaging seat for the driver, and then this is to where you can kind of control your front passenger seat. So if you are taking any road trips in this vehicle, or maybe you're just traveling, you want to move somebody's seat a little bit back, you can hit this button there and control your seat like you would yours. Now, open and close up your rear hatch of the vehicle, and then standard window switches there. And when you do come in, we still have the X6M competition still wrapped from the factory. That way it doesn't, when people come in test drive, it doesn't scratch anything up at that point. Upon delivery, we'll go ahead and take that off. Now, there is multiple way seatings on this vehicle to find that right spot, but with the X6M competition, or in the M in general, the sports style seats with high bolsters are incredible. Definitely when you sit down in them, they are going to hug you pretty good. Now, you will see your illuminated X6M badging in the headrest there on the front two passengers. And like I said, it's going to get the X6M shell, but definitely I feel like they did quite a good job with this car. All right, so we're going to hop in here. All right. And just go ahead and start up the vehicle. So you will have a fully digital 12.3 display, driver's display in this car. And this will right here be your camera system that I was telling you about to kind of read your face for the semi-autonomous drive. Now, taking a look at the steering wheel here, you do get the full M Sport steering wheel with M1 and M2 modes. What that does is you can do pre-designated settings that are how you see up here. It says efficient, comfort, comfort, and comfort. And you can kind of do pre-designated settings to the M1 and M2 modes to tailor how you like. If you want, I have some customers who use M1 for a, kind of like sport mode you would in your normal BMW. And then they have M2 for some of my customers that just want to completely kind of figure out how much power and kind of use the vehicle how it's meant to be driven and designate the M2. But everything's kind of custom at that point, just to tailor to what your overall driver experience is going to be like. Okay, and then you will see be able to Alcantara headliner there in the vehicle. Then the front passenger seat there. Now this will have a full panoramic moonroof that will go to the back, so we're going to lay that back. And then standard with the vehicle, you do get iDrive 7. iDrive 7 is BMW's newest software system that they're starting to use now, and I feel like, me personally, I really like it. It's a cloud-based system, so that way if you go move to another BMW, a lot of your settings will then be able to transfer over from one vehicle to the next, which then makes things a little bit easier, because when I am doing the delivery with a lot of my customers, finding that right seating position, again, mirror positions, all of the settings, it does get a little annoying, whenever they constantly have to read through everything over. So it's nice to be able to just, like I said, have that in a cloud-based system and be able to push that over. Kind of getting over here, we do have the Bowers & Wilkins surround sound system overall. Now, what I do like, though, that's a new feature that they do have, is going to be this X6M competition badging that they're trying to offer in the center console here. But then, once again, you still have a beautiful layout of the carbon fiber with the 8-speed Steptronic transmission. Now, it's going to be a little bit different than it's going to be similar to your dual clutch transmission as you normally see, but with the Steptronic, you're starting to get the park button there enabled, so that way you don't have to leave it in drive and pull the parking brake to put it in park. You just hit the P just like you would on a normal vehicle, on a normal BMW, so that way you can have that enabled in park. Now, this will be your how high or how low you want the gears to shift in the car, depending on what driving mode you're in, or you can do it just at any point. Well, taking a look down here, you are going to see your M mode, so that's what we're kind of going over and set up, and this is to how you want your exhaust note to be. So if we hit M mode here, it's then going to take us a different setting. So right now we're in sport, and it does trade your driver's display, and it's kind of hard to see, but you will see you do have your M driver's heads-up display. BMW has really done a really good job with the heads-up display. I have a lot of customers who love BMW's heads-up displays. Now if we hit it again, we're going to go back to road, track, sport, and then to do track, you press and hold the M mode button, and then now track is activated, and then we hit activate track, and then now it's kind of cool here. It kind of gives you a little bit more detailed information that you may be looking for, such as your tire pressures, your tire temperatures. You got your shift points there, well, your tachometer reading with your current gear, with also your speed and digital. Now it does blank out, as far as I can just see now, it did blank out the infotainment center, but I'm not too sure on why I may have did that. Maybe just to reduce a little bit of distraction, but I did bring that back up just by hitting the home button here on your iDrive system. Now if you do go to setup here, we'll then be able to go to where you can configure your engine where you want it on a efficient sport or sport plus shifting, your chassis, whether you want more of a sportier ride or if you want a comfortable ride. Your steering, you can soften up the steering or you can make it a little bit tighter, and your brakes, which is new for for this model year in general, new for the M cars, to where you can adjust how you want the braking response to be in the car. Now there is M X-Drive, which is just a 4-wheel drive mode or 4-wheel drive sport, and the sport is then specifically tuned for different situations, so that way you can lock up a little bit more of the rear steering, because it is a rear bias 4-wheel drive system. So that way, if you can become a little bit more agile, you can then also corner a little bit more faster, or be able to kind of take overall control of your car, which is awesome, especially whenever you're, like I said, when you're putting this much horsepower in a SUV. Now, when you do go into track mode, it does disable all your safety technology for obvious reasons. You don't need that, especially if you're in track mode. So it's nice to be able to, if you do go into track mode, it disables all that. And like I said, you do get the engine note, so right now it'll be on. And I do like that they're trying to do the start stop button in red, just kind of giving more of that sporty still look to the car. Now you will have your leather dashboard, which I do love as well. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of hard not to love anything about this X6M at all. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Taking a look at the back here, guys, you will see your rear manual shades on the vehicle. Once again, you still get your quilted stitching, your Bowers & Wilkins. And then you do have your ambient lighting that does go across the vehicle throughout the front and the rear. Rear seats look pretty good as well as comfortable. Now, I would say I still like how they continue the M striping here on the rear seat belts as well as the front. Now, in the rear as well, they'll still be able to get their dual climate control with their own fan speed with heated rear seats. So, like I said, that did come in the competition pack, executive package on the car. All right. And then as we go to the back, let's go and open up the trunk here. All right, so still get the view, opening just like you would on any normal X6. But what I do like is that M diffuser that you do get with the black tailpipes. Now, this is just a privacy fold, kind of like a tonneau a little bit. And then, of course, just the window sticker there, guys. I'll go and take a picture and put it up for y'all, so that way y'all can at least kind of get a detailed list on there. Going in here, since they do have the performance wheels, you do get a spare tire with BMW, so that way you can be able to mobilize. But like I said, you do have your roadside assistance on the vehicle, so you shouldn't really be able to have to use that. Alright, and then to lay down the second row, because it is a 40-20-40 split, there's going to be this handle here and another one on that side. And what we can do is you'll be able to pull those and lay down the row if needed, so that way you don't have to go all the way to the front if you're trying to load something in the back. Now this right here is fully removable. All you have to do is you'll just be able to pull it out, and then now we'll be able to stow right, move this out of your way, right in this position here all the way across. So definitely think of different areas to kind of make things more convenient, guys. But we're going to get ready to go on a test drive, kind of give you overall view, overall feel of the vehicle, and kind of get a personal opinion on this. Now, I would say, guys, like I said, I'm kind of new to the YouTube channel. I try to put a little bit out of just of some models that I think that are really good, and BMW's trying to put out some redesigned models on the car. I greatly appreciate any kind of feedback. I know, and also any kind of things that I might have messed up on, I try to rectify it as much as I can. But I greatly appreciate y'all's feedback. You're more than welcome to reach out, and we're more than happy to kind of work out anything we can for you as well here at BMW Temple. So let's go and hop in and go for it, guys. Let's go. Things ready to go. All right, so right now we're gonna drive just in regular road mode underneath the M mode here. It does give you like a sporty shifting, but everything else is gonna be in comfort. We just want to get an overall view of the different modes that are available. So here we go. Now it does have quite a bit of get up and go, which is pretty awesome. It's like, I know I keep referring to a vehicle this size, but it's incredible. I know BMW did the M car already with the X6 and X5, but I don't think it's up to this level here in my opinion. it shifts good. You know, it does have really good acceleration. Whenever you do use that power, you know, it does help that these seats with the bolsters you know, do their job. And also the exhaust note is awesome. We go through here. I step on it. Boom. Already at 77. This thing can pass. Man, it is incredible. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit this mode here, and we're gonna go ahead and go to sport. Now, sport once again changes your driver's display, but then also changes your heads-up display. All right, so as we get over, go ahead and slow down a little bit here, and then sport mode still leaves us in automatic. So right now I'm in 8th gear, and the big D just shows that we're in automatic mode. So if I do step on the accelerator here, boom, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah. So it is pretty awesome. The shift points are at 1 right now. So once again, it's going to have your normal shifting in the car. But I really do like the overall drive of this car. I mean, when you do put it in sport mode, it tightens up the steering quite a bit. You know, it handles how it's supposed to handle. It hugs the road how you expect, you know, a vehicle of this stature to be able to, you know, hug the road. I don't think they fell any short at all with, you know, with this car. I feel like they took their time with design